Infinity War ended with Adam Warlock's evil side, the Magus, defeated and trapped within the Soul Gem. Warlock was now in a coma, and Thanos questioned if the 5 cosmic cubes from separate realities were stolen from Magus's hideout, right under their noses, by Warlock's good side, created when Warlock was in possession of the Infinity Gauntlet and expelled all the good and evil from himself in order to obtain pure logic and neutrality. Today, I'll be looking at and reviewing the final installment in the original Infinity Saga from the 1990s, Infinity Crusade. Much like the other videos in this series, I'll need to explain a few things before we can dive into the main storyline. However, there isn't a whole lot because it more or less continues where Infinity War left off. Basically, in Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 15, Eternity enters Adam Warlock's psyche to take him out of his coma. Warlock feels partly responsible for creating Magus and threatening the universe. He no longer wants to play the part of the hero, and would rather someone else do it. He has carried that burden for far too long. Warlock believes his soul is too weak, and Eternity makes him realize that every aspect of him, however good or evil, is part of him, and important. They are vital in making him whole, complete. Warlock fights the elements that make up his own consciousness, and then comes to that same realization. Eternity tells Warlock that all of reality will need him soon. He gives him a mysterious orb, shows him vague visions of the future, and he wakes up. Infinity Crusade starts with an emotionally distant Adam Warlock leaving the Infinity Watch as they train, hoping to find a solution to the problem looming on the horizon. He meditates using the orb given to him by Eternity, and its empty void looks tempting to him. The artifact is called the Eternal Orb, and can be used as a way for Warlock to contact Eternity during universal emergencies. They both sense a cosmic disturbance, but Eternity explains that it is one that doesn't threaten him, but possibly Warlock. Only Warlock himself can know for sure. As Eternity departs, Adam Warlock is confronted by a strange being known as the Goddess. He comes to the realization of who she is, his good side which opposes his evil side, the Magus. She fires an energy blast at Warlock and seemingly incapacitates him. On Earth, several religious symbols flash in the sky before mysteriously vanishing. The Goddess has been busy collecting even more cosmic cubes from various realities. She absorbs their power and transforms herself. Adam Warlock is left floating in limbo, within the depths of reality, but a mysterious purple hand reaches out for him. The Goddess appears before many Earthlings and superheroes. Only those that believe can see her, and she explains to the ones that can that she has come to them with a loving heart, to end all the pain and suffering. Invisible Woman of the Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Spider-Man, they are but some of the people confronted by her. She targets those that are religious, spiritual, have strong moral character, and are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. The Goddess intends to eliminate all evil from the universe, complete galactic salvation. Using her divine influence and brainwashing, all the heroes she spoke with proclaim to the heavens that they are eternally devoted to her. All her chosen ones go through portals to meet their savior. The remaining heroes gather to figure out what in blazes is going on. Vision explains that he theorizes those that are religious have been kidnapped, or a better word for it would be selected. Some that still remain believe in God, but their feelings might not be as strong as the others. Only the best of the best were chosen. What God did in 7 days, the Goddess manages to do in 7 seconds. She forms a planet, provides it with life, generates weather systems, and creates paradise. She places all her chosen ones on it to live freely, away from evil. The Goddess creates a massive cathedral so those on her planet may worship, and refers to this place as Paradise Omega. Inside, she gives her followers the most advanced forms of communication equipment so they can spread the good word. The Infinity Watch and their new member Maxim arrive on Earth to aid the heroes. They pick up readings indicating an entire planet emitting energy signatures of the cosmic cubes. The criminals of Earth have also been affected by this mysterious being, who is attempting to rid them all of evil. Wars are stopped, peace is attained. Back on Paradise Omega, the Goddess reveals the Cosmic Egg, created from 30 cosmic cubes, that will help them influence the universe and grant spiritual desires. Her followers fear the Infinity Gems, but the goddess reiterates that the living tribunal has made it so they cannot be used together ever again. When fueled by their group soul, the cosmic egg is in fact stronger than the Infinity Gems in this reality. As the goddess meditates to spread the gospel, she asks that her followers defend her temporal form. She will still be with them, using the body of Moondragon as a vessel. Aurora of Alpha Flight begins to be persuaded by the goddess due to her other, more religious personality. The heroes use this to their advantage, allowing her to take the Quinjet to the planet while Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, and Vision tag along. They reach it and realize it's no moon, but a planet with a defense system. They arrive at the cathedral and are prepared for what awaits them. The goddess and her army confront the heroes. Reed questions her motives and explains that she is manipulating her followers. His energy scans prove it, though they deny the truth. They offer their services to her, but the goddess senses their trickery and proclaims no one shall set foot on this holy ground unless they are pure of heart. She then attacks them, and they find themselves back on the Quinjet, minus Aurora, of course. Their databanks have been wiped, and they are outside Earth's orbit. While that was going on, the heroes on Earth debated over whether or not they should treat the goddess as a villain. Maybe what she is doing is right and true. Professor X says they might not have a right to judge her, but they cannot allow this second coming to dawn unless they know what's on the other side of that sunrise. Mr. Fantastic takes Iron Man and Vision to Earth's moon, where they meet the Watcher. Goddess returns to her meditation and begins influencing planets, star systems, the entire universe, and then countless realities. The Watcher explains all this to Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, and Vision. She is eliminating all evil and conflict throughout existence. They ask the Watcher if she should be stopped, if they should stop her, and if her intentions are good or evil. It's not his place to say, and he refuses to continue this conversation, and beams them back to Avengers headquarters. The heroes figure out a course of action and decide amongst themselves if the goddess is in fact an enemy. Just because she acts off good intentions does not mean what she is doing is right for the universe. Back at Monster Island, the home base of the Infinity Watch, their leader has escaped the confines the goddess had placed him in. He makes contact with a large ship looming in the sky and teleports himself to it. It's Thanos' starcraft, and the two plan on teaming up once again to save the universe. However, they are interrupted by somebody, Mephisto, in a grotesque form. He wants to aid them in stopping the goddess because, after all, the universe needs both good and evil to function, something I mentioned in my review of Infinity War. The heroes of Earth end their debate and must come to a decision. Before they can make it, though, Professor X intends to contact Moondragon telepathically on Paradise Omega and state for the record they are all considering siding with the goddess. She believes he is trying to thwart her plans, though, and telepathically harms him. With Xavier incapacitated, the heroes unite to stop the goddess. Adam Warlock contacts Pip the Troll, and they both get up to speed on the situation. The heroes plan on using a harmonic disruptor to disable the goddess's cosmic cubes. However, her followers are watching them closely, and the goddess alters their harmonic frequency, making the device useless. The heroes board multiple Quinjets and take off for battle. Goddess's followers decide to mount an offense, bombing Manhattan and disabling as many communication systems as they can in response. Moondragon calls for Silver Surfer to return to base to help defend it. He disagrees, though, being called a blasphemer, and is attacked as punishment. However, her ability is no match for his, and he breaks the goddess's control over him. While Professor X was making contact with Moondragon, Pip touched his arm and was able to hone in on Moondragon's location telepathically. He decides to be the hero, so those who laughed at him would fear and respect him. He teleports himself to the goddess's location, and using the wish-granting powers of the cosmic egg, turns her to salt and declares himself king of the universe. Thanos teleports Silver Surfer to his ship. He is now in possession of Adam Warlock's soul gem. Pip the Troll may have temporarily incapacitated the goddess, but it was in vain. Her power was too great, and was resurrected, further reinforcing her Christ-like similarity. If you were curious, the events taking place after Pip became king, and before the goddess was revived, was shown in Warlock in the Infinity Watch number 18, but honestly, it's insignificant in the grand scheme of things. It was really just a silly side story, completely supplemental. Thanos acquired the Soul Gem because Adam Warlock needed to transport his spirit to the Soul World and find someone. Thanos and Silver Surfer contact the heroes of Earth that are on their way to Paradise Omega, and will back them in their battle. Needing Professor X for a diversion, Thanos steals him from Avengers headquarters, and places a special headset on him so he can tap into the psychic's powers. The Mad Titan gets Silver Surfer to begin absorbing the energy from the solar system star, Sol. Now reaching legendary Super Saiyan levels, he rockets off with immense speed. With a little help from Drax the Destroyer and the Hulk, Silver Surfer is used as a pinball, targeted right at Paradise Omega. The goddess's followers pray that she can help them, but with Universal Rapture so close, she must use all her power to obtain it. They're on their own. The Surfer misses the planet, but hits a nearby moon which explodes, and causes a hull breach, or I guess, hull breach? Thor, a member of Goddess's Chosen, throws his mighty hammer into the hero's Quinjets, causing a hull breach. There we go, that's right. The heroes still make it to the planet's surface via escape pods. Adam Warlock reaches the one he seeks the aid of in Soul World. It's his evil, darker side, the Magus. Thanos watches over the planet preparing for his next move, knowing the endgame is about to begin. The invasion force of Earth's heroes do battle with the goddess's brainwashed followers. Thanos transports Adam Warlock from Soul World to the planet's surface using the power of the Soul Gem. The heroes fight valiantly, but their numbers are greatly reduced, and the goddess is nearing universal rapture. Thankfully, Thanos locks into Gamora with his dreadnought ship and begins to fire. The blast hits the planet, but it survives thanks to a force field. Thanos realizes that retaliation is imminent and teleports himself and the Professor off the ship before it explodes. He takes them to the Cosmic Egg, and despite Xavier being in a catatonic state, he will play a significant role. Thanos begins wearing down the goddess's defenses within the egg, but it seems to have no effect. Everything is happening too fast, and the universe is almost within her grasp. The immense energy broadcast emitted by her powers disturbs the solar system's star Sol, and it goes supernova. It begins consuming nearby planets like Mercury and Venus on its way to Paradise Omega. Any being caught in the blast is purified by the Inferno, charred to a crisp. Who wants barbecue? No one escapes their judgment, and the goddess is the only one remaining. The rapture even reaches Earth, before spreading across the entire universe. The end is here, and the goddess is victorious. Her holy mission has only just begun, though. The next phase is to cleanse all other realities, too. Or so she thought. This widespread Armageddon was false. Adam Warlock reveals himself and explains that he created this illusion within the goddess's subconscious, seeing as they are both a part of each other. With the universe realizing her suicidal intent, they refuse her will, and the collective soul energy of the Cosmic Egg is diminished. The goddess's power, fueled by the cosmic cubes, can affect the soul of Adam Warlock, so she leaves her physical body in order to fight him. Warlock and Goddess battle on a spiritual energy plane, but Warlock is aided by the soul projections of Thanos and Professor X, who were linked with that special headset and the power of the Soul Gem. Feeling threatened, she desperately returns to her physical body to turn the tide, but Warlock has taken control of the Cosmic Egg and latches onto her, allowing Thanos to deliver the finishing blow. The Soul Gem is returned to Adam Warlock, and his spirit is revived within his body. Thanos sets the Cosmic Egg to explode and destroy Paradise Omega. All the heroes teleport off the planet to safety. Goddess finds herself in the same predicament Magus was, meeting him face to face in Soul World. He explains that they are both only part of souls, and are phantoms to those that live there. It's revealed that Thanos kept one of the cosmic cubes, the last one, and has remained honorable, keeping his part of the deal with Mephisto. Mephisto attempts to destroy Thanos with it, but the Mad Titan reveals that the Cosmic Cube, though real, does not function. Even the devil himself should beware when bargaining with Thanos. So that concludes my look at the entire Infinity Saga. As a whole, I consider them to be some of the best crossovers ever produced by Marvel Comics. Thanos' quest is the best written and focused in my opinion. It is, after all, the shortest. The Infinity Gauntlet is the best from an action and spectacle standpoint, and Infinity Crusade has the most to say with its themes. Infinity War is the weakest I reviewed, but I want to stress that despite all the negatives I've given to each of these storylines, they're nitpicks, and I enjoy all four and would recommend anyone read them. They aren't perfect, but then again, nothing really is. I enjoyed Infinity Crusade. It's a great story. Though it falls short of the epic grandeur that is the Infinity Gauntlet, I did find it more interesting than Infinity War. Its themes are more provocative, and while I myself am not religious or believe in any form of God, I did find its analysis of religion and its existence of one to be interesting. It takes every side imaginable on these topics. There are many references to religion, with the use of words like repent, sacrificial lambs, sins and damnation, heaven, new Genesis, holy wars, missions and crusades, and plenty more, I assure you. Some characters deny the existence of God due to the death of loved ones, like in Ben Grimm's case. Some mention that if God were indeed all-powerful, why does he need followers to accomplish what he seeks? Couldn't he just do it himself? Johnny Storm feels upset that he wasn't one of the goddesses chosen in a way. He feels that because he doesn't believe in God, or doesn't believe in him as strongly, that makes him inferior, like there is something wrong with him. Even questioning stopping the goddess is a compelling notion, because after all, she is eliminating evil. Maybe that's a good thing in the end. But here's the thing, the concept of good and evil are more or less subjective. As humans, we have put laws in place that keep us on the straight and narrow, but realize what is good and what is bad is something taught and understood. They are ideas we have created and nothing more. Does that justify doing something we view as bad from a moral perspective? Absolutely not. But realize without laws, without these factors put in place, there would be no good or evil, no concept of it. The universe may need the forces of good and evil to function, like this comic suggests, but what the goddess seeks is unattainable. She is basing her judgments off the beliefs of the human race. Across the galaxy, if there was other life, their perception of good and evil would be vastly different from our own. In turn, this makes her judgment biased and completely inconsistent, but then again, a lot of religion is. With that said, taking into account this story is fictitious and I can suspend my disbelief, I'm not going to dive that far into it, I find the goddess to be a great antagonist, an improvement over the Magus from the previous storyline. Characters like this that seek to influence and control through religion are always great villains. Look at Reverend Stryker from God Loves, Man Kills, or Deacon Blackfire from The Cult. They take a much more visceral approach, attacking and exploiting one's spirituality. The goddess shares many similarities to not only Jesus Christ, but visually, I feel she takes inspiration from historical figures such as Joan of Arc. The goddess is on a holy mission, believing to be serving some higher power. The destruction of the universe when everything is burned by the Inferno symbolizes a form of Armageddon or Doomsday. It's referred to as the Rapture, and to many Christian believers, this type of event signifies the end of days. After the goddess is defeated and the Inferno is revealed as an illusion, many beings across the galaxy accept it as mere fantasy, or a near-death experience which to some people, in real life, reinforces their belief in God and heaven. Infinity Crusade isn't without its faults. Mainly, if you aren't religious or don't find religion itself very interesting, you might find this kind of story annoying at times. It doesn't let up with it when it comes to its symbolism. There are pacing issues much like Infinity War, but they aren't as prominent, and there is far less filler in my opinion. What do you guys think of Infinity Crusade? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified of future content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.